Welcome to Indie Auto, which is Nick's garage on YouTube. Here it is. We've got a few projects to put together soon because winter's almost over. And of course, here up in Canada, winters are very long. So it gives me a chance to build a few engines. Here, let me show you an example. I got this engine that we tested on Christmas time, which was the X block, which belongs to my brother's car, belongs to a 73 Duster. So we're gonna end up putting that in the car very soon. Then I have another client with a 283 right here, and we're gonna put it into a 49 Oldsmobile. So it's gonna be a little custom work on this car. This was also dyno tested not long ago, and then this is the next one to go into the car. Then there was we have another project here that came in. We had to put a lot of pieces together, but he just dropped it off, and he just dropped in the motor, and he wanted me to do all the wiring, the plumbing, the electrical, exhaust system, cooling system, electronics, wiper motors, wiper linkage, and of course the whole interior. So we got it under construction right now. We have not put in the driver's seat yet because I want to go up under the dash and work on the electricals, which is a lot easier that way. Especially when you get older, it's getting hard to go underneath the dash. So take off the driver's seat, crawl underneath, no problems. Then we have a couple more over here. Here we have another project. It's a 71 Charger 318 little V8. And this is a school project for a very young customer of mine. Just came in for the first time. This is gonna be a school project, which wants me to get everything ready from the pistons, the cam setup, the balancing and everything. So then I'm gonna give it to them in pieces because they wanna assemble this in school. And then I have another client here who's building a 440, a simple 440. I don't know what horsepower we're gonna look for, but he's got no car. He's got no car. So he just tells him, Nick, build me a nice 440, just over 400 horsepower, a simple driver so he could cruise around. So I have it here, and slowly we're gonna start working on this very soon. And then everybody knows my keeper. Here it is. I still have it here. Everybody's seen it on YouTube with the keeper. It's an engine without a car. So the future will tell us what we're gonna do with this. But in the meantime, I like showing it off like that, the way it is in the shop. You know, a lot of people are surprised when they see an engine this detailed out of the car, especially when there's no car, and they just keep walking around the engine looking at it. Then I got another Hemi here from a 66 Satellite. We had it on the dyno. The only thing is the cylinder head on this side was leaking a lot of water. He had a major hole in one of the exhaust ports. So he took the cylinder head away from me so he could go get it welded up or replace it. So in the meantime, this will sit here until I receive the head. Then I have another project. 70 Coronet 440. Right here. This has been sitting here for a year. It's ready, dyno tested, all original 444 barrel, 1970. And I can't wait to put this in this car. This is a rare piece. It's a 70 Coronet convertible, I believe it is. Then we got another project in the future with a 455 Pontiac. This rusty bucket from a 76 Trans Am. I don't know what we're gonna do with this yet, but we're gonna leave it here until my customer makes up his mind. Then I have another client who wants to build a small block Mopar for a truck. So we started putting together the engine. We didn't select the cam or anything manifold yet. Another one with just simple horsepower. We're gonna build him this so we can put it in this truck. It's an old Dodge truck in the early 70s, I believe, or late 70s, I'm not sure. I haven't seen it, but that's another project that's coming up. And then just a few days ago, somebody dropped off a 390 Ford engine right here. It burns oil, sluggish, no power whatsoever. 1969 Mustang 390 GT. But our job here is to dismantle it, look for the problem, why it burns oil, and why it has no horsepower. So we're gonna go through the whole engine, build it right, we're gonna put on our dyno so you can see what real horsepower is gonna have out of it. Here's another motor I built a couple of years ago. It's a client of mine has not bought a car yet, but he's built an engine. This is a 468 Ford engine, stroked out from a 351 Windsor with a dart block, John Casey heads. And this one makes a lot of power. Everything for this is the headers and the oil pan, everything's made for a Fox body Mustang. You want to see that thing fly? This is an engine to put in it. This is a 700 horsepower engine with 680 torque. This is an engine to blast. Then I got 4 more engines in the engine room. I'm running out of space here lately, but come and see. Here it is. This is another project. 68 Roadrunner. I'm going to be putting this in a 68 Roadrunner when it comes in a couple of weeks. But I had to detune it. This is the one that was dyno tested, and we had a solid lifter cam. And now we want to go to a hydraulic cam with less duration, so we're going to have factory force power brakes. So he's going to be a cruiser with this 472 Hemi. So this is a project I got to do very soon. Then I got a future project right here. This customer has a 455 Pontiac and he wants to make 500 horsepower. So this is the next project again, another one coming up for the next month or so that we got to build up and get 500 horsepower out of it. Then I got my brother's 426 Hemi right here. Another one, that's for his Challenger. So this is something we'll work on in the coming future. This is an engine that he uses in his 1970 Dodge Challenger for NHRA racing. And then of course, the one we just finished off the dyno, our Rocket 350. And this is another project that's coming in that we got installed in the car also. And then I have another engine on the dyno, which is one of my friend's motor. It's a big Pontiac, but it's for a race car. But let's take a tour in there and see what we've got. This is what we're all about, building American muscle cars. Here's a nice big Pontiac motor. It's a big cube, and he wants you to use this for drag racing only. He built it. We're just dyno testing it, see what power we can get out of it, and fine tune it. And this belongs into a 78 Trans Am, but this is a race car that's only on the track. And you can see in our shop during the winter and at the end of the winter, this is what you see here, engines lining up, ready for installation. We build American V8 muscle cars here. When your cars come in, we build the cars. When the engines come in, we build the engines. And at the end, we put them all together, and what do you got? You got a cruising car, race car, you name it, we'll build it for you.